when I retired, I didn't think I'd ever work again.
Mm-hmm.
And I retired December 31st of 2018. And so
Okay.
before we really knew there was a COVID, because all of 2019 we really didn't know.
Yeah.
I relaxed. I took my mom on a 2-week cruise, transatlantic cruise. I relaxed. I didn't do anything. For someone who always had,
Mm-hmm.
an average of 70 to 100 emails coming in a day, all that had to be reviewed and looked at and worked. So I was just worn out. I didn't do anything for a year and a half. And I mean nothing. And I loved it. And then I started getting a little bored. By that time, we were in the thick of COVID, the beginning of COVID. And I was getting a little bored and antsy. And then I also saw how prices were going up. And I was like, things might keep going up. And I was like, well, maybe I'll start a little business. I'm getting bored anyway. It'll keep me a little busy. Something I can do from home.
Sure.
And I just decided, at first I was looking around, and then I thought, what do you know? You know what I mean? I'm older now. Do you really want to teach this old dog new tricks? Or do I want to just expand on what I already know? And so that's when I thought, well, I'll just go ahead and open up my business. I'll start doing tax returns. I can do that.
Yep.
But even then I still took a course that helped me because I had to pass 3 certifications exams. One for personal tax returns, business tax returns, and then ethics and procedures. And for years, I'd done, my own tax return and my relatives' tax returns and everything, all of that, help out family for free, whatever. But, I didn't do any tax returns with foreign income, you know what I mean? Or people who had capital gains, you know what I mean, or things like that.
Yeah.
And definitely with the businesses, and so I was like, I need to go ahead and get educated.
Yep.
And, make sure I understood, the different tax law changes, things like that. Because, when you're working at work and you're in your own cocoon, some things, pertain to you and you get it. And other things you're like, that's not part of my job. I'll think about that later. So yeah, I had to go ahead and take a course, and then I had to study. I studied for 5.5 months straight for 9 hours a day.
Wow.
Yeah, that was the beauty of being retired too, where
Yeah.
I could do that. And so I did that, and then I started taking my certifications tests. Those were, I think, like $185 a test. 100 questions. You can't miss more than 20. And if you fail, then you have to pay another 185, and then until
Yep.
you. Yeah, and I was like, I'm not going to pay a bunch of, you know what I mean? And part of my pride too. I was like, no, I want to pass these tests on the first try.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I did. And so I was
Okay.
able to go ahead and get that done. And then I was like, okay, now I'm an enrolled agent. I can represent clients before the IRS, so it's not just doing tax returns. And also with my studying, I was able to go ahead and get more information about helping clients do tax planning. So yeah,
Okay.
I didn't want to be just a tax preparer, because you don't really have to, anybody can be a return preparer, but I wanted to be an enrolled agent where, only 3 types of professions can represent clients before the IRS, and that's a tax attorney, a CPA, or an enrolled agent.